Welcome to the latest edition of Encore's Down-Home Cooking Show. My name is Ishmael Simmons, and I'm your guest chef for the day. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to take a little spin on it. You know, a lot of times, you think soulful, home, you think southern cooking or down-home, like back-home cooking. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little twist. We're going to make an Italian dish today. So, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some mozzarella cheese. We'll grab a stick and a half of butter. Grab a couple of tomatoes here. I have some pre-cut chicken breasts. Set those down. And let's see, we'll get some heavy cream here. And we're good as far as everything goes out of our refrigerator. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use a spaghetti noodle, basic spaghetti noodle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our herbal seasoning from Gugi's Miracle Blend. Now, this is also salt-free. A lot of people wonder about sodium and everything else like that, but it's actually not something for people to worry about. So, everything's set up here. Now, what we're going to do is we've already had some water boiling, so we're going to get our noodles in first, because noodles normally take about the longest amount of time. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take about a quarter of the box and toss that in right away. Now, also with our water, it's already salted and seasoned and everything for us. Now, I'm not going to use an olive oil with this as of yet. I know some people wonder why is it that I'm not using the olive oil. Well, I'm not using the olive oil because when you're boiling your water and your spaghetti, the olive oil doesn't do anything as of yet. All it does is really just season your water. It's not doing anything to help the pasta noodle or anything like that. It's just there for flavor. So really you're just making olive-flavored water, which is not what you want. So what we're going to do is, now that our pasta's in the pot, we're going to get our sauce going. So what we're going to do is we're going to melt down our butter. Like I said, it's about a stick and a half, because you kind of want enough for what you're making here. We're gonna, we've got four chicken breasts here pressed. So I'm gonna just let this melt down. Give it an opportunity to really just sweat and melt down. Then you want to give it just enough time so that it coats. Okay. Now while that's heating up, we can prep the rest of our ingredients for our sauce. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take maybe about a cup of heavy cream, just for our sauce. Because you want it creamy. Anytime you make a cream sauce, you want the cream to be an acting part of that sauce. Something not too overbearing, but at the same time you want it to be coated well. And then what we're going to do also, because it's a garlic butter sauce, which is what we're creating. So we're going to use already minced garlic. Now this is for flavor. You can also use a powdered garlic as well if you wanted. This to me adds a little bit more flavor. So just put about a teaspoon, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, right in our butter. And that will build aroma and flavor. And give this time to just work its way in. Okay. And because we got a real good boil on our spaghetti here, just play with our noodles for a little bit, just so that they're not sticking. You want to constantly turn them like once, maybe every 2 minutes or so, just so that they're not sticking. And then we recover this. Now, as we're waiting on our butter to continue to finish melting down, what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken breasts and we are going to put them on an already heated pan. Actually, we're going to turn this up just a bit more, just for a little heat. Let's take a bit of olive oil. Now, we're not using an extra virgin olive oil or anything. We're just using a pure natural olive oil, because extra virgin olive oil has a tendency to change the taste of your food. And you don't really get the natural flavor of what you're preparing. You take on the flavor of the extra virgin olive oil. So, just put a little bit in our pan, just enough to coat. swish this around just a little bit so that the entire bottom of the pan is covered. Or coated, I should say. I apologize. Okay. I'm going to let that sit for just a moment. Now that we've got a nice, thick butter garlic in our sauce here, for our sauce, what we're going to do is we're going to add our flavor, our heavy cream here, to our butter and garlic mixture. Now what this will do, this will make our sauce very thick and creamy, which is what we want for this project. I'm going to take a whisk. What we're going to do is just whisk this around until it gets nice and thick. And what you want to do is you want it to be as thick as possible but not hard. You know, this is just for, you know, because you're going to be coating your chicken with this. Okay, we'll let that sit for a moment. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken breasts and we're going to add these right to our pan. It doesn't matter what side goes in first because each side will be cooked evenly. Now what you want to do with your chicken is really just get a nice brown to them. A nice golden brown texture and color to them. Okay. Now the fun part. What we're going to do is we are going to dash our chicken with our Miracle Blend salt-free herbal seasoning. What you want to do is just make sure you top everything just evenly. Nothing heavy, nothing overbearing. Just a nice coat to the seasoning and to your chicken. You know, just for really aroma. Check our noodles again here because they're starting to bubble up on us.